And I just want to say, first of all, like, when I asked you to do this, I honestly was like, this guy doesn't know me. He's probably going to say no. He doesn't know what it's about. And you were just like, sure, like just right off the jump. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, this could be like a horrible script. And he's just like, yeah, sure, no problem.
I said yes instantly when you asked. It was the role. It was a role. You asked me to play your dad. Hey, who would turn that down? Now, come on.
So sweet.
Listen, not only was it an honor to be asked, but I immediately, I told Renee, I said, I've got to read this script right now. And I did. And I read it right then, as soon as I got it. And I was blown away. I mean, I was really, really blown away. And the way you want this to be a North Florida project and locals and such, it is so clever. I mean, I said, wow, this is going to be on Netflix. I mean, this is really, really clever. And I wish I could talk about the script. I know I can't, but it's just that fun. You know, it really is. And the dialogue, I can see you doing it. So it's going to be fun.
Well, thank you. I actually, like I said before in the first live that didn't go so well, when I was writing the role of Earl, I was like, who could play my dad? And then for some reason, your face just kept popping up in my head, even though, again, like I said, we never really interacted outside of Facebook. I'd seen you in like the Emerald Coast Filmmakers group and a couple of, I think a couple of the short films that you did for like Carrie Lee and other stuff. And I was like, it just kept coming to my head. And I was like, I think he's the guy. So I was like really excited, and I am really excited to work with you. And so tell us a little bit about yourself, because you're a military man, right?
I served 20 years in the Navy, but I was actually born and raised in Greenwood, Florida, which is about 2 hours down the interstate here, just north of Marianna. Most people know Marianna. No one knows Greenwood, but that's why I'm really excited for something like this, because like I say, North Florida is kind of a neat place. You know, I mean, we always, Florida can be the butt of jokes, and so can the redneck Riviera where we live. And but it's also, you know, it's so different, and it is just as unique as any place on the planet. Our beaches here compare with any beaches on the planet. I've seen lots and lots of them, and it's really a beautiful place. So it's neat to kind of, you know, it's okay to be the butt of a joke, but also to celebrate us also. Right. And that's what you're doing with this film, and that's what's going to make it so fun. But yes, ma'am, I served 20 years in the Navy, and I understand there might be another Navy guy on the set. I don't know, but so that's going to be fun. We're going to have fun together.
Yes, well, thank you for your service. Now, how did you go from being a military man to movies? Like, how does that, what got you into acting?
It was absolute happenstance. After Hurricane Katrina, I'd been out for about a year, and my daughter had just kind of said one day, she said, my daughter Heather actually got me into acting, but she said, Dad, I want to be an extra in a movie. And about that time I thought, you know, okay, there's no way to do this. And about that time I was working in Mississippi, and Denzel Washington put out that he was going to do the movie Deja Vu.
Yes.
And so we went to a mass audition, and it was a cattle call type audition. And they ended up calling us back and wanting us to be extras on the set. And the first day I walked on set, I knew right then, I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to be a part of this. It was a modern day circus. You know, you'd see maybe somebody whose head is shaved and they've got a braided beard down to their knees, and this guy's a subject matter expert, maybe in sound or lighting or special effects or something like that. And I said, wow, I said, all these people have like 30 years of experience, and you can tell just by talking to them. And so I looked at all that, and then one day they asked me to be in a scene with a guy, and he had one line, and he was paid to be on set for 3 days, and he said his one line, and I looked at him as we're in the scene together, and I said, that's what I want to do right there. And that's where it started, was right there on the set of Deja Vu. And then it took about 5 years before it started to kind of, once I moved to Pensacola, I met Carrie Hunter.
Right.
And Carrie started putting me in everything. And I told her, I said, I have no experience acting, but, I want to act. So she would call me, and I always played the boss in all these little shorts that we would do. So that kind of, got me introduced me to it. And one day I was riding down the road, and I got a phone call in 2011, and they said, hey, we've still got your picture from Deja Vu. We'd like you to be a colonel in the movie Green Lantern. Would you like to do that? And I'm like, yes, I would. And so I had to literally pull over on the side of the road and take some selfies and send back to them. And they asked me to be in that. And that's when I was going to school on the GI Bill at the time. I changed my major to theater. I said, I'm not really a theater person, but it'll be free acting lessons if nothing else. And it was probably one of the best things I ever did, was changing majors and getting into acting.
Wow. I'll have to go back and watch Green Lantern and see if I can see you.
At the very first, in Deja Vu, I'm in the very first and then the very end. And then in the Green Lantern, there's a bunch of military guys, and I play a colonel in that. So I don't speak, but it's a pretty neat scene. So if nothing else, I got to stand by Tim Robbins for 3 days, and the guy's name I can Takahi Wataki or something, that he directed Thor, and he was in the room, and the whole time I watched this guy, I said, this guy isn't just acting. There's something going on here. There was a relationship between him and the director. Now he's a big famous director. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, he was being groomed by these guys, and that was neat to see.
Wow. That's really neat. And now I have to go watch a Deja Vu too, because that's one of my favorite movies. But I mean, anything with Denzel Washington is like my favorite movies.
I tell you what, you can just like with Tim Robbins, he's one of those guys. They didn't allow any interaction with Denzel, but you didn't have to interact with him to watch him do what he was doing, and he would be off camera looking at his lines, pacing, and stuff like that, and you could tell he was a serious player. I mean, as soon as he walks on the set, the whole aura changes, and there he is.
Wow,
he's as big as you think he is. He is. He's a powerful guy, saying nothing. He really is.
Right. Wow, yeah. I'm a little jealous of you for being in a DW movie, but maybe one day that'll be me. So tell us a little bit about your last project. You just got done shooting a feature film and a short film, or is it a web series? The
Skunk Ape, yeah, that's a concept I came up with, and and we shot that just in one day. It was like a 15-16 hour day. We had 7 people in prosthetics. We had a skunk ape, Bigfoot, abominable snow woman, a yeti, Sasquatch, song ting, and a wood booger. Now, the word skunk ape, people say, well, that sounds familiar, but skunk ape is just a Florida term for Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
And wood booger is a Virginia term for Bigfoot. So that's fun. But we had 7 characters in that.
I didn't know that was I didn't know skunk ape was a Floridian thing, because I've heard it. I didn't know it was like well, that's pretty cool.
Yep, that's why I wanted to kind of take him. And the whole joke was the skunk ape is 5'9" with a size 10 shoe, and everybody's considerably bigger than me. So.
And are you the skunk ape?
I am the skunk ape, yes.
And when does that come out? Bah.
We were actually shooting for Pensacon, but we're going to push it back and do some little intro films prior to that before we release that.
Okay. Well,
But
that sounds
yes, ma'am, and got to do three. Actually, this past year I did 4 shorts and 3 feature films.
wow.
So 2020 was a busy year.
Yeah, considering all the lockdowns and stuff, you got that many projects. That's awesome.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I stayed busy. I'd like to stay twice as busy at least.
This year.
Yeah.
It's already off
so
to a
to
great
get your
start.
invitation while we're still in 2020 was really a boost. That was really fun to get because I was like, all right, there's light past 2020, you know. So
Right.
it's listen, and this is going to be a great thing. I promise you. You have
I
really
just
something really special.
I'm so excited about it, and you know, terrified at the same time because it's definitely taking me outside of my comfort zone. You know, as an actor, you show up on set, you say your lines, and you leave. But now this is kind of like, you know, directing and all this other kind of stuff, and it's a good scary though. So I'm really excited about that. And like I said, I'm really excited to work with you, and I'm just really excited and blessed that you said yes, because I was like, he's not gonna say, he don't know me, he's just not gonna even be like, let me see the script first. I don't, but you just jumped right in. And
Oh, yes, without the script. I am a yes without the script for something like this. When you invited me and told me what I was going to do, it was just perfect. And some of the descriptions, the way the relationship is exactly like me and my daughter.
wow.
I mean, like, I was like, wow, this isn't even acting. This is just going to be living life. Yeah, I mean, and having fun. It really is.
Just you being you.
Yes.
Well, is there anything else you would like people to know about Shannon Williams?
Um, no. I
No?
mean, I'm not sure what to say. I'm nervous on these too. But I if I've got a moment to go out, then I'll say this. If you have the opportunity to follow the ZOMBEEZ the movie page, please do it. If you have the option of donating to the GoFundMe, please do it. I really think this is going to be a special project. It just, I don't know. It's just so, it truly is full of light. I know that sounds, to hear a, you know, ZOMBEEZ movie, you know, you don't think of light and happiness, but at the same time, reading the script, that's sure the way I felt. And seeing the way the characters interact and just the way it flows. I mean, this is going to be a great project.